polka while people got more. Listen to the music, soft as the shore. Oh, please stop the world high, 'cause I do want more. That song as I died, I'm still soaking in my happy public pride. I tell you, oh Lord, oh please stop the world, I'm running out more. Take me along, I'll teach the whole wide world the secret little song. Only next Sunday, hopefully next door. Oh, please stop the world, I feel like it's fun, boy. What I really love about, so long I'll be that let me hear them bells. There you go, one at a time, please stop the world, polka. Alright, we're going to record this one because Tyler's lovely wife, as we more commonly call her, the preacher's wife, is stuck all the way back in, where are you from? Scranton. No, you're not. That's like a big town. Where are you from? McAdoo, Pennsylvania. McAdoo. Home of Bob McAdoo, right? The one and only Bob McAdoo. He's got a big estate. He raised chickens. He's got a Cuda farm out there. And we're going to send this one out especially to his lovely wife, Olivia. Tyler on the vocals. What a title.
No, Troy.
Troy on the vocals.
He wants her to hear me sing.
I doubt it.
He wants to hear it.
Here's what a title, Promise, My Girl.
Troywood. That's the hybrid thereof, Troywood. Registered trademark.
Ona sedla niego, stajnie buduje. Ona sedla niego, ona sedla niego. Ona sedla niego, stajnie buduje. Już to nas nie goni, choć mi on ma do niej. Choć mi on ma do niej. Bo się mi spodobał, bo się mi spodobał. Bo się mi spodobał, jeszcze lepszego jej. Bo się mi spodobał, bo się mi spodobał. Bo się mi spodobał, jeszcze lepszego jej. kupcy synu konia, kupcy synu konia. Ja mu odpowiedział, jeszcze mi jeszcze raz. Ja mu odpowiedział, jeszcze mi jeszcze raz. Jeszcze nie zapomniał ojcowskiej natury, ojcowskiej natury. Czapeczka na Bogu, czapeczka na Bogu, czapeczka na Bogu, bądźcie i do góry. Czapeczka na Bogu, czapeczka na Bogu, czapeczka na Bogu, bądźcie i do góry.
Wow. Hey guys, last time you had that many cameras on you, it was on an episode of Cops, Cleveland.
That is where
And your hands were behind your back and there was flashing lights. And it's never a good look for a priest, I gotta tell you. He'll be alright. He's meeting with me Tuesday nights, Jeff. It's okay, I got him.
Hey, Jerry, you any Clevelanders watching out there?
John Silchek, originally
He's
from
not
there.
a Clevelander, he's a Floridian. Hey, John Subjack, how are you? How's the weather?
How's my accordion, Joe?
Who cares? All right, we're going to be featuring a future Hall of Famer up here. Gary Crew's going to do one entitled Sweet Music Polka, especially for Bobby Wilcox. Nice to see Bobby oot the boot here today. Bobby, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, buddy. Somebody else celebrated a birthday too. All right, for the Bukowskis. Now, councilwoman, is that the formal term? Councilwoman Bukowski. So if you had good snowplow service, thank Barb Bukowski. If not, blame it on polling cars. There you go, all right? Gary Crew on the vocals, a little bit of sweet music polka.
Wait, I'm hot. I'm sweating.
I got underarm sweat, I'm sorry.
So there's a moon,
guys are crazy.
Wow. Hello, Ray J. Raymond Yarzinski. Good to see you on. Good to see you on, Paula Kornkevich. Hi, Andy Onblock.
All right, give us some
Hello,
time to catch our breaths
Joe
here.
Good to see you on. Hello,
breaths.
Marie Pilage. Good to see you on. Of course,
You guys having a
John
good time here
Trunker.
today? Thank you so much for the
Hello, Jason
encouragement.
Friend.
We really appreciate it. It's really nice to start off our There's More in 24 tour right here in our hometown. Going to be a busy year for Buffalo's Concertina All-Stars. We hope to see you ootin' and boot as we're going to be out there playing at most of the major festivals. I'm out of time for you. Here's one entitled Tom Pluck Rakobin.
Hi, Mike Stupinski. Good to see you on.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Be lost and congrats. Thank you very much, everybody.
Very much on stage.
All right, this is Lush. We're all having a good time here, right?
All right, we're going to ask you to help us sing along on this one. I'm sure you know the words. It's a little bit different, but the chorus is the same. A little bit of Cavalier 2. So just follow. Who's singing this one? Don't look at me.
Troy singing me. Eeyore. Troy singing.
Part of the load of tongue. Load of tongue.
Check 1, 2. 1, 2.
Stała młoda dziewczyna i piękna była, piękna jak laleczka, dziewczyna jak malina. I piękna była, piękna jak laleczka, dziewczyna jak malina. Hej, hej, kawalerowie, nie zawracajcie z dziewczyną w głowie. Hej, hej, kawalerowie, nie zawracajcie z dziewczyną w głowie. Przesłoniło rzeczy jak malina, jej jednemu chłopcu świat. I przesłoniło rzeczy jak malina, jej jednemu chłopcu świat. Że kawalerowie, mam dziewczyno złocicie. Najpierw kochać się, tak jak aniołowie, ale się nie żenicie. Najpierw kochać się, tak jak aniołowie, ale się nie żenicie. Everybody sing! Hej, hej, kawalerowie, nie zawracajcie z dziewczyną w głowie. Hej, hej, kawalerowie, nie zawracajcie z dziewczyną w głowie.
I got a Trailer team, Troy and Tyler on the vocals, a little bit of Cavalier 2. Polka, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Facebook Live, you guys for Facebook Live.
Yeah.
See how it feels.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh, you just ruined it.
We're going to slow down the waltz for you.
Orange fault.
Horns are tired. It's waltz time here on a Saturday afternoon, evening. Okay, you guys having a good time? You gotta come back if we do this again next year?
Sure.
Every year 20, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe we'll be back here in October, huh? You know, this song is near and dear to my heart. It's a song that when I had a son who was very, very premature and on life support, it was a song that I sang every night. And now, these days, as we're getting older and maybe going under some medical issues, it brings special significance as you remember your darling angel.
Now I have to. They guilted me into it. They guilted me into it. Here we go. Round 3, waltz. Here we go. G. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you so much. Pretty Waltz. Remember, we all have an angel.
I knew that was going to get a rise out of you.
I saved that.
Let's take it. Enough work on that last one. You had a beer.
Hello, Val staying this day. Hello, Val Wachowski. Good to see you on. Glad you enjoyed that, and glad you're enjoying Alice for the store. Hello, John Christine Lichnowsky in the Amsterdam, Perth, New York. Hello, Brian Marshall in Texas. Good to see you on. Hello, Marianne Collison in Philadelphia. Thanks for joining us.
Perhaps you remember this tune. Next famous by Marion Lush, the golden voice of Polka. Here's what it's titled, The White Eagle Polka.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Pokaż.
do lovely girl. Start with the rip.
Hey, Johnny Mikos, good to see you on. Thanks for joining us. Yes, we sure did.
So you were here on Thursday.
Yeah.
You're going to stay till Tuesday.
No, nope, just Monday.
All right, we're going to do another polka here.
Tomorrow we're gonna leave.
You know, you guys got to dance if you want us to continue because, you know, it's past my bedtime already.
I love watching
10 o'clock, Alexa says, it's time for bed.
Can you get a picture?
Only woman in my life these days is
Yeah,
Alexa.
sure. Okay. Yeah, sure. You got it. Of course.
Troy DeMonville, Tyler Van up on Harmony. Here's one entitled Padla Dem, the lovely girl. Polka.
Lovely girl. Oh yeah, lovely girl. Yes.
Here we go, on two. Set, here we go.
Thank you.
Try the vocal there, Tyler, backing him up with them sweet harmonies. What it's titled, Podla Dem Polka.
Big Steve is right there. Yeah, that was Violence. Sex and violence.
Hello, Mindy Teets in Michigan. Good to see you on. Thanks for joining us.
Johnny Miklos is watching. Who's Johnny Miklos? Johnny?
Yep.
That's why I have this here, so he can see how
Yeah.
worse I am than him.
Right, yeah. There you go.
Got Michigan on here watching too.
Yep.
They're all.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ready, guys? Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2. Push it. Here we
Oh,
go.
hello, Gary Brogan.
1, 2.
A little bit of violins played for me, polka.
Hello, Sue Schwartz out there in Rhode Island. Thanks for joining us. Hello, Diane Marie.
We got time. We're going to be doing a couple of more
Hello,
here this
Roberta.
evening. We hope you had a great
Hello,
time at the big
good to see you
19th
on.
annual Hard
Hello,
Times
Tom
Party and
Chbosky.
Dance.
Hello, Robin and Jerry Peg. Good to see you on.
Part of the Build
Thanks for joining us.
Better Back.
Hope you're all doing
We're
well out
building
there.
more polka music. We're better than we were before, and we're back in Buffalo. That's the way I'm going to call it. And I am not confused. Huh. I am. couple of big finale songs here coming for you. One entitled Haystack.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Hope you're doing well out there on this Saturday evening, February 10th, Super Bowl weekend, and the start of Punchki Day and Founders Day.
Tonight. We're going to ask Mikey out there all the way from Scranton, Pennsylvania to give you some bass licks there, buddy. Those are good. Boom, boom, boom. How about some Concertina licks with Joy and Joe? Little bit of concert accordion shake from Tyler Zawadzki. And if you know the words, sing it along. If not, do what Swaity does. Make up that shit. Here's one that goes a little bit like this. Toczyła długo żyje, no jeszcze jak wypije. Toczyła długo żyje, no jeszcze jak wypije. Nie każdego nam śpiewał, nie wszędzie nam śpiewał. Ona się Polski jechał, nie każdego nam śpiewał, nie wszędzie nam śpiewał. Ona się Polski jechał. Oh, you guys are all great. Thank you guys. I think I need Dugatki. One more? All right, you're not going nowhere, right?
No!
We finally got Lackey up here. I'm honored. Walt Smedley. Mr. About a Tender. No, we're not doing that one either.
I want to hear who the hell's Ellis.
Wrong band. Look it, I don't care who Alice is. You can keep that damn Kishka too. I don't care where that is. Alright, we're going to be doing an old Dynatones number for you. I know we got some D-Tones fans up here. Here's one entitled Novice. Suck him, damn you, a little bit of Under the Oak Tree.
Last song!
Hello, Shirley Shivia. It's good to see you on, as well as
Wait,
Eddie. Hope
Tyler
you're doing
needs
well.
the
out
words.
there. Hello, Bob Shemansky. Good to see you on. Hello, Kim Roget. Good to see
So
you
yeah,
on.
funny story. Yeah, there's not
Hi,
really
Karen
great.
Lakota. Good to see
I mean,
you
he
on
plays
as
just
well.
about
Thanks for
every
joining us,
instrument.
everyone.
He's been around the world 3 times. His directions to get from Scranton to here are written on a white piece of paper. He does not believe in GPS. He had an old triptych in the glove box with that little yellow highlighter.
Hello, Ann Blake. Good to see you on as well, too.
We're way too old for that stuff. All right. You know I'm going to get crap from these guys the rest of my life here.
Hi, Deborah Ann Rakowski.
Wait,
Toledo,
I gotta
Ohio.
be up
Good to see
and on the
you
air
on.
at noon tomorrow. Who are you kidding? That show's done.
Hope you're doing well out there, Deborah. Thanks for joining us. Good seeing you at the New Year's Eve Polka Extravaganza.
Last song, do me a favor. A lot of these guys, Troy's traveling back to Cleveland today. Tyler and Yev are traveling back to the Scranton, PA area. Do us all a favor. Say a prayer that they get home safely tonight, and we'll do the same for you. We're the Concertina All-Stars. Good night. Thank you so much. Western New York and Buffalo, thank you. Good night. Thank you guys. Good night.